For I am the truth. I am the light that lighteth every man and woman that cometh into this continent, into this world of America today.
As the sun sets, we welcome you on this beautiful afternoon to Falcor Bay. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
Time for our tale of the tape. Sugar Ray Leonard, always fit and trim, 175 centimeters. Sugar Ray Leonard, he of course won world titles in 5 different weight classes, including the undisputed welterweight title. His hometown is Wilmington, North Carolina. Sugar Ray Leonard, an undisputed welterweight champion, and he won world titles in 5 weight classes.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Tom. This is ridiculous.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, presenting one of the all-time greats, the Hall of Fame legend of boxing, a 5-division champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Palmer Park, Maryland, a legend of the sport, the 5-division champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard.
How will these two fighters handle the outdoors? We're fighting under the sun here for this big showdown.
Todd is one of my favorite venues. You can't get a better place to fight.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Which fighter will say no mas? You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Well done with that counter shot. Open air stadium, blazing sun. What do you think about this?
Oh, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do we train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it, but watch when the rounds roll up.
They figure out the combination to this safe.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
It's all offense all the time. Back and forth they go. That counter shot lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, there is no doubt about who won that round.
So they don't get complacent. You think this is too easy.
On to the second round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. The jab doesn't quite connect. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move. You hit and you don't get hit.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
Nice counter. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Oh, Leonard just got rocked. After what we saw in that, the bell rings and we start the third. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. It's nothing but air on that left uppercut. Perfect counter shot. That punch is beginning to take its toll. The jab not finding its target. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Carrying away the right hook. Now they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. That counter punch caught him clean. Nice counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You believe what we are seeing. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
Even I've got to say...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still want to...
Beaten, bruised, and battered. And there's the bell to start round 4. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get caught to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Both men step back for just a moment. Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. He threw a punch and just got countered. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Nice counter. Trying to land that jab. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. And he scores with the counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there.
He completely switched up.
There's the bell for round 6. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. And he just missed with that left jab. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Incredible work rate. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have the quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way to a fight.
Is he gonna punch himself out, though? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this?
What do you do?
Here comes round 7. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That punch scores. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they went out of steam.
Nothing like a little taunting to get your opponent riled up. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Good punch. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
One punch could change everything in this battle. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, we know they've got the advantage, so...
Did all that work in...
Round 8, and we're off again. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punching. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you're gonna get knocked out. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Misses with the jab. There, it ain't so. Down goes Sugar Ray. And as we watch it again, that punch took the wind out of him and the will to continue.
One.
It's go back to the drawing board time. A unanimous decision.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight. What a style. What a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.
I let it go. No pain, I'm out of it, ain't involved. No call, no show, I ain't really gone. Too late to say I was there wrong. Filling out the way for that info. Feel lost, but I know that we close. Speed down my lane on the road. Feel like I've been here before, but maybe switching my roles. Cold dude, no you. Now you ain't never that. So lose, I do. I gotta run it back. Cold dude, no you. Now you ain't never that. So lose, I do. I gotta run it back. Another one time be fun. I think my end just begun. Another one last time please ya. Now I ain't live to please y'all. Ain't got no plans to be through. With this whole thing to see through. And I ain't trying to be cool. Nah, I'm just trying to be true. But all I do is see blue. At least the 10 in my room. Feel like it's trying to consume. But I'm just days to refuse. Or maybe make it out soon. I assume that my doom ain't the worst of the guess. What my purpose is. Start my verse, then I fall when the curtain ends. When the curtain ends, yeah, it's just back to pretend. Yeah, it's just back in the bins. Yeah, it's just back in my ends. Off in the back where I blend. Off in the back where I... Yeah, it's just back to pretend. Yeah, it's just back in the bins. Yeah, it's just back in my ends. Off in the back where I... Another one, another one, another one. Another one, another one, another one. Another one. Another one. Another one down.
They ain't stopping me, I'm a pro like a Mac. Drip flow like a tap, tiptoe to the stack. Thrive under pressure, know when to attack. When it's showtime, front row to the back. Front line with my back up against the wall. If I'm up against the odds, then I'm about to give it all. About to get them all, I want everything they got. Coming for the top, I won't stop until I fall. Me, I'm trying to ball out like LaMelo Ball. Watch me switch the gears on and wait for him to stall. They're looking all small, trying to run before they crawl. Me, I'm going all out, up against it all. You're up against the clock, up against the clock. Trying to break the doors down, you should've changed the locks. I'ma bring them all down, everybody's up. And I pride when it's showtime, everybody what? They ain't taking my spot, no way. They ain't taking what I got, no way. I'm in a fight of my life every day, and I ain't stopping now, yo, I'ma carry my weight. They ain't taking my spot, no way. They ain't taking what I got, no way. I'm in a fight of my life every day, and I ain't stopping now, yo, I'ma carry my weight. It's like they don't wanna see me win, that's cool. Yeah, man, I got this in the bag like school. They're trying to rock the boat, but the ride's too smooth. Cause I'm trying to bid the goal, and the vibes don't lose. You guys are old news, and your styles don't lose.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Tyson Fury. He stands an imposing 6'9" tall with a reach of 85 inches. And he'll be taking on Muhammad Ali. He stands 6'3" tall with a 78-inch reach.
I'll always go for reach every time over anything. If you've got reach, touch with speed, nobody's going to touch you. But someone that can get in close, that has the power to get up close and personal and break those ribs, get those shots into the body, you've got to look out for that.
Tyson Fury. He's so big and yet so light on his feet. No one moves around the ring quite like this man. He is the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. Watch the footwork, watch the hand speed. No one does it like Ali.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Manchester, England, and standing at 6 feet 9 inches, Here is a sensational heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. Fighting out of the blue corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist and legend of boxing, the only three-time lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. The one and only, the greatest, Muhammad Ali.
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time.
Todd, it's one of my favorite venues. You can't get a better place to fight.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. You don't want to trade shots. Couldn't land that jab. Straight right just misses. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Well done with that counter shot. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter punch. Swing and a miss with the jab. See someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This is with the right uppercut. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he at? On to the second round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot, but that's what their mantra is.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
Nice counter. Can't land that jab. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. The straight right just misses. Make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about fury in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecard's going to need a knockout.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that.
And there's the bell to start round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That counter punch caught him clean. Just missed with that jab. Tried to score with a jab. Can they figure out the combination to this sink?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The straight right just misses. That hook won't score. There's a counter shot. Nice job to block that uppercut. Good counter punching. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about fury in that last round. And a round that seemed like back at it in round 4. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Uppercut just off target. He threw a punch and just got countered. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. The straight right just misses. The halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they...
Oh, my God, Johnny! Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round. Talk about a one-sided... On to the 5th we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. stamina is off the charts. A straight right just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes on the belly of the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Nice counter shot. That hook was off target. What a punch. That left hook just missed. Is he going to punch himself out, though? They exchange punches. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talking about fury in that last round. That was almost a 10. On to the 6th round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. This fight has a real good flow to it. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have the quick burst. Boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way to a fight.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Stamina is off the charts. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on. And there's the bell for round 7. How much is left in their tank after last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Perfect counter lands. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
With this heavyweight is has he punched himself out. incredible work rate. You'd like to see more jabs. No rest for the weary. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round. There's the bell to start round 8. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round. A perfect counter shot. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else?
Down goes Fury! You see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your glove.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Good one. Missing with the hook. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. These scorecards were all over the place, but in the end, I think the right athlete won.
These guys are doing their job right. I'd have called it exactly as, you know, I might have been around that or two, but these guys have got it right. Well even fight, even match. I'd have noted that as well.